Hey, thanks for joining another episode of Hello Audacity podcast. And I'm your host, Lachey Marie. I have plenty of things going on. I'm going to make sure that you guys have the links as far as the book club. We're still accepting members. It's going to be very fun for the ladies to discuss all types of books. Okay. Also, if you want to be a guest on the show, please click the link to be my next guest. I'm sure you have a product, service, testimony. Maybe you're doing awesome things in the community. I definitely want you on my show. Now, today's episode is extra special for me, okay? With tension and stress being so prominent in our daily lives, with work, school, and demands of the world, that's tied to many titles that we hold on a day-to-day basis, it has become evident that Americans today are simply overwhelmed, resulting in an increased mental stressors that many times are connected to other underlying health issues. One thing is for certain, statistics states that there has been an upward increase in people choosing to diversify their approach when thinking about their healthcare options. And we have help today with our next guest, an expert to guide us to define a healthier space. I'm so excited. Let me bring her on into frame, our next guest. Hi, Lucy Byrd Hope. Thanks for joining the show. Oh my God, I'm so excited to pick your brain and just become lighter in my space. And I got that. That's exactly what people will gain once they connect with you. So thank you. Thank you. Can you tell our audience who you are and what you do?
Yes. Well, I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much for having me. And yeah, I am an author and holistic guide. So with my book, Daily Alignment, it's a compilation of different tools to balance your body, mind, and spirit. It's basically a bunch of ways to feel better. And then with my holistic guide practice, I see clients one-on-one and promote energy wellness using Reiki and shamanic techniques. So I'm all about the body, mind, spirit connection.
And that's definitely what we are needing nowadays. I know that a lot of people are stressed. I know for certain I've recently got in a diagnosis, and sometimes you just don't want to lean towards modern medicine, like for real. You really don't want to take all of the pills. It's a pill for this, and then there's another pill for that, and you have to really do the research, and how can I do this more holistically so that we won't have to be bared down by all of these pills that's doing God knows what and within your body. So it's good that I have been looking for other ways in order to improve my health, especially as I get older, and not just treating, I wouldn't say, is it treating just the problem and not the person, the total person? And that's exactly what you do. You treat the total person, mind, body, wellness, right? So awesome. I saw your book is definitely out there on, where can they pick up your book?
Yes.
Yes,
it's available on Amazon and also on my website, lucybirdhope.com. So yeah, right there on Amazon. It's been nice to hear from people who have been using it and feeling that relief. I mean, that's really what I'm about. That's my message. How can I help you feel that relief?
Right. Now, in this book, I know that I read it says move from surviving to thriving with these 85 coping skills. Now, are all 85 within this book? Because that's packed.
It is.
Awesome.
It
And
is.
these are tools and resources that people can integrate into their daily lives to really manifest change in their body, in their wellness, how they're going about life and obtaining goals and such. We need more of that. That's for
Exactly.
sure. Yes, yes. So that is, you just put that out recently. So this is a new book released.
Yes, it came out March 28th. So it
Okay.
is new.
All right. So can you tell us what will our viewers gain by purchasing this book? Because I know it's filled with things that will be things that they will see almost immediately if they really do the work, you know, and your suggestions within the book. So kind of tell us, what would they gain by buying your book?
Yeah, so it really teaches you, it's about empowering you, giving you the tools to self regulate, which leads to self mastery, which is really when we're in charge of our own health and well being. Our
Mhm.
body's natural ability to thrive and be at a place of well being is there. We can just give it the help to get there. And
Mhm.
so all the techniques in the book are really short and sweet and simple. Like a concept will be maybe a page or two, so that in times of crisis or overwhelm, you don't have to read a whole book or a traditional narrative. That can be hard to focus on. You can start at the beginning. There's a body section, a mind section, a self-care section, life skills, spirit section, and a compilation of activities that can help you feel better right away. So it's really geared for that, just you're in that moment and you need some help, and it's right there and it's easily accessible.
So it's not like I have to read from front to back. I can choose to do that. But when I know that I need self-care, I can just go to that chapter on self-care and start to get those coping skills that you have listed there in order to incorporate into that moment. I know because a lot of people we are faced with many challenges, and some days are harder than others, and I, for one, suffer with depression and anxiety. And I read, that this would be a big benefit for those with that challenge, So I'm excited. I'm definitely going to grab one because I believe that it will help me. I think it will. Hey, anything except for a pill, if I can incorporate, eating healthier. Oh, and we're going to get into that too. Eating healthier and in the ways we are thinking about food, and getting people to adapt these ways a lot sooner in life rather than
Mm,
later. That's the key. That's the
it
key.
really is.
Now, give us some of the benefits as far as, what kind of relief benefits that can someone gain by transforming their lives within a holistic approach versus modern medicine.
Yes. So, one thing that I've done with the techniques in the book is I have shown the science behind them. So, what they're doing to your body as well. So, I give you these concepts and they feel good when you do them. And then I also explain why and what it's doing to your body. So, those are some of the benefits from that holistic lifestyle. For example, deep intentional breathing invokes your parasympathetic nervous system, which
Mhm.
lowers your heart rate and your blood pressure, gets you in that really relaxed state. I have a lot of grounding techniques in there that alleviate PTSD and panic attacks. And there are just all sorts of tools. And then I love giving the science behind, because it is important to know what it's doing for us, how it's retraining our systems, because that's really what it's about, building better habits and having those habits working internally on your mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual health and getting them to that optimum place.
Right, right. And I see here, I mean, this is definitely not a person that just decided to write a book about, just, things that they've not just gained. You have a great background. You studied at University of Texas and also went to Duke.
So it's
So,
University of Texas and Duke Integrative Health. Yes.
oh
So
God.
I, yeah, I've been really interested in this field for a while.
Right. So you gained not just the knowledge, but the science behind why it's so important, and
Mm,
that's very critical when you're looking for change, and when you're looking for something that is going to give you not just the substance, but the education that they've gained, along with their professional guidance, because you've connected with many clients. I see that you've been doing this for a while, and are you a master level Reiki? Is
I
it
am, yes. I've done master, and then after master, I've done Karuna and Holy Fire as well.
Wow, awesome, awesome. Do you ever get retreats where you are, or is that something that maybe come up the road?
Yes, I love that you say that. That is something I see coming. Yes, yes. So I will
Awesome.
definitely keep you
Yeah.
posted.
Oh my, yes, yes. It seemed like it would be so freeing, and a total relaxation place to let it all go, to be
Mm,
recentered. That
mm.
core. Oh my goodness. I just got chills just thinking about it. Yes, oh, that's awesome. I'm sure to look forward to that, because I know that you're doing some mighty things in the community and world and globally. Let's say that. Can you provide some tips for our viewers to that they can actually make and integrate today, as their first day to mind body wellness? Is there any tips that you could, other than purchasing your book, of course?
Yes, yes. So I'll give a couple tips. Some easy ones. I recommend really starting at the beginning of your day because it's easier to build that alignment from the first moment you enter that into your day and build that momentum. Of course, you can realign anytime during your day, but a fun thing that I recommend for new people entering this space is to just set an intention and the next morning when you first wake up to take 3 deep intentional breaths. So just 3 deep breaths. So nothing crazy. We're not changing all your habits, just setting that intention. And if you forget, it's okay. Just trying again the next day. And then as you're doing those 3 deep breaths, tuning into your sense of hearing. So anytime we connect with our senses, it grounds us in our body. And hearing, interestingly enough, is our fastest sense. That evolutionarily helped our ancestors be readily alerted of approaching danger. So you can of course check in with your sense of sight or smell or touch or taste, but the quickest and easy way to get out of your mind and into your body is to just label all the sounds you can hear in your environment. And as you do this, your skills might grow. So you might hear birds chirping, you might hear the hum of a fan. Over time, you might start to pick up on your own breathing and more subtle sounds. Also, there is an ability to reach out for the positive aspects that are in your environment. So, just connecting with anything that uplifts you or brings you joy or fulfills you. And those can be anything from your comfortable pillow or your comfortable bed that you're in as you wake up, or enjoying the color of the paint on your bedroom wall, or the sun beaming in. So just any way to connect to those positive aspects that are all around you.
Gotcha, gotcha. Oh, those are great tips. I know that I have tried to make a habit into doing things different in the morning, because a lot of people, especially today, are reaching for their cell phones for the first thing that they do. And so, what I've been trying to do is, at least get myself in this common space before I do anything else. I give back to me. And that's my approach, is that I think about my body, my mind first in order to get geared up. So I've had to make that a habit, so it becomes consistent. And some days I win, and some days I don't. But I always know that you can feel the difference when it's missed. That when that step, that small, I don't care if it's just 3 minutes, just giving to yourself and clearing your mind, and then reaffirming to myself how I'm going to do and the greatness that I'll attract. That those habits really can be beneficial to how you respond to others and your production in day to day, I think. So
Yes. I love that you highlight that. I call it alignment. I mean, it's one of my favorite words, but I have learned to recognize just through trial and error, anyone can, when I'm in alignment and when I'm out of alignment. And when I'm out of alignment, I pause and do what I can to get back in alignment. But if it's one of those days where I'm just out of alignment all day, I at least am aware of that, so I'm not making major life decisions that day.
Mm-hmm. It's so funny. I had made a note. I said, in today's space, it feels like we're even more out of alignment, and overloaded, and there's heightened issues with either depression or just unsatisfied lives. And these are things that you have to create. These are tools that you can use in order for you to get in a happier space of joy and clarity in your next movements, because everyone should live a fulfilled and happy, joyful life. So that is great. You have an energy wellness company. Let's tell our viewers about that, because that's another benefit.
Yes. So that is Lucydlotus. And that's where I see clients one-on-one. I do distant as well. And I utilize Reiki and connect with clients and work on their physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. And it really, I was mentioning before that the body has this ability to, it has a natural ability to really heal itself. And so in these sessions, I'm just a guide, just creating that environment and channeling the Reiki to get you to that optimum place. I do guided meditations where I help you release emotions and ground and center. So there's a little bit of mindset coaching in there as well.
Okay, awesome. You have a plant-based beverage. Tell us how that could benefit. What kind of nutrients, and give us a high-level view of purchasing that. What can we gain from that kind of beverage?
Yes, so that is a company I co-own called Holism, the Holistic Beverage Company. And basically what we do is we highlight the nutritional properties of foods and then pair them together to bring out the best in them. So for example, we have a pistachio milk meaning dairy-free, it's a tree nut milk. So pistachios naturally produce melatonin. And so we pair that with lavender and chamomile, and that's our sleepy time, chill out, relax drink. We use all natural sweeteners, so cinnamon, dates, and we make our own alcohol-free vanilla. And then pair it with the pistachios and the other herbs, and it creates this functional drink. So not only does it taste good, but it's doing something for you, which are two components that we don't always see together.
That's what I want. Like, I know it's good for your body, but does it taste good?
Yes. That is the wild part. It is possible.
Okay, awesome. And I saw also that you also do a podcast. So
yes,
it's centered on mind and body wellness.
Yes, yes. That's the Live Holism podcast that I do with my holism business partner. And basically, each week we talk about what we've done to stay whole physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And so it's kind of what's gone on in our week and what new tools did we have to come up with or invent or learn about. And we laugh a lot on that show, and we delve into our pain and we delve into our challenges and we explain live how we're getting over them. So it's been a really great process.
I know as I was doing research, and as I always do when I bring guests on, so I can see exactly what you're doing and some of the things that I want to pull out of all of this genius. And so as I was doing that, I told my husband, I said, boy, she must be the most calmest person in the world.
Oh my goodness. It's
I
it's
mean,
it's funny
amazing.
that you say that because I am not, I mean, I do feel calm, but really what motivated me to do all of this is because I have lived with so much anxiety and depression and suicidal ideation. So it was really the fact I am so into all of these things because I need them so much. And that's really how I discovered them. I never actually set out to write a book. I was
Yeah.
just going through a lot of trauma a few years ago, and I would wake up every day feeling bad. And during the day, I would learn ways to feel better. But the next morning, I'd feel bad again. So I started writing these tips down on a piece of paper that I kept by my bed. And I would replace my morning thoughts with these concepts. And they became pages on pages, and I self bound them into a book. And friends and family noticed I was doing better. And I told them why, and they suggested I publish it. And here we are. So it was really organic. I mean, I really wrote the book to myself because of what I was going through. So if it can help other people, it just warms my heart.
Oh, I love that. I knew that there had to be an inspiration, and that was actually my next question because a lot of these things just don't come to our mind. A lot of times we go through situations in our life and traumas and such, and we're more than overcomers and survivors. And especially if we have done the hard work within ourselves, we want to be able to help others as well because it's a joint effort in order to stay sane nowadays.
Exactly. Exactly. I believe that's why we go through a lot of the things we go through, is to pull out that part of us that is going to create something that helps ourselves and others.
hmm I've had to do the same thing, especially going through childhood trauma. You don't
Mm.
understand how it will affect you in your adult life. You think you've suppressed it in how you're moving, how you're acting, your decision makings, bad habits surface and
Mhm.
such. And so you get in front of a mirror and say, this is not how I want to live life. And then you discover you gotta scrub some things clean. You gotta forgive some things. You gotta forgive yourself. You have to love you first, first most. And it's just like it's a freeing experience when I know it's not easy every day. Absolutely not, but with tools in place, with support in place, you definitely will have brighter days. And that's what
Mhm.
a lot of people are looking for: how to manage, how to um, get out of survival mode and actually for yourself. I always say my catchphrase is keep saying hello to the day. I um,
Mhm.
I I attempted suicide twice, and so
Mhm.
that was my motto. It was each day I make a conscious effort to keep saying hello to each and every single day. So that is
Yeah.
definitely bravery when you can look at yourself and say, okay, this is not right. This is not good habits. And how can I form new ways of approaching life in a different light? And that's why people team with experts like yourself, because you've been through some things yourself, and you've charted out some good things for us to follow, tips and tools and healthy coping mechanisms.
Exactly.
We need more of you. That is great. That is great. Now, tell us about your upcoming events. I did see something that's coming up, and I know it's surrounded about this new book release. So can you tell us about any upcoming events that you have? I think is a seminar.
Yes, I have a few summits. So Stop Worrying, Stop Struggling Summit is a wonderful one. And these are all on my website as well, under press. I have all my summits, and then lots of podcasts, lots of speaking and spreading that message as well. And then I've done quite a few interviews, articles, and in person. And again, those are all on my website. I'm trying to reach as many people as possible and just spread that message of uplifting and co-create with others like yourself who are spreading that message. Yeah. I also have classes coming out based around the book. Yes. Good. So look out for those. And then I'm releasing quite a few. They're pretty much guided meditations. I call them alignment experiences. So just by listening to them, at the end of them, hopefully you feel aligned, and then you can carry that into your day.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. This seminar, will it be virtual or in person, and where? What day?
Yes. Yes, virtual, which is so wonderful. And I believe it airs in about a week, the first one. So yes, I love the power of, that is the beauty of technology and what we've done with that we can do so much of this virtually. It makes things more accessible.
It does. I love a good in-person experience. I do, but I understand the need to keep the virtual experience up, because you can reach a wider audience as well, where people can't readily, be in person. So you're actually essentially helping globally, and not just in rural areas and such. So that's a good thing. Definitely have to tune in for that and get the information. Go to the website, of course. Her new book release is on the website for you to purchase. Oh my God, I was just reading the summary on the book, and I said, wow, definitely packed with tools and tips for us to use in order to get back ourselves, our mind. So that is good. Thank you for being a guest today and highlighting something that we need to incorporate a little bit more in our lives, and a different approach to finding a healthier space. So that is definitely good. Thank you again, Lucy Byrd Hope. Please, you guys, go to her website, be a part of all of the awesomeness that she is doing, her classes and seminars, one-on-one instruction. It's going to be absolutely awesome. Thank you again for tuning in for another episode of Hello Audacity Podcast. Please, I am waiting on you to be my next co-host. And you guys have a great day. And of course, I always say, your audacity never ends, but this show does. Bye.